Hello guys, welcome to Crime Pod. I'm your host Safa. Today we are examining the Pradyuman Thakur murder case, a tragic event that shook a community and left three families forever changed. In 2017, the murder of a 7-year-old student at a private school in Gurugram, now known as Gurugram, India, sparked widespread outrage and raised questions about accountability, justice, and the safety of our children. As we delve into details of this case, we will consider the investigative twists and turns, the emotional toll on those affected, and the broader implications for society. Join me as we seek to understand the complexities of this case and the human experiences to their core. Born in 2010 to Bharan Chandra Thakur and his wife Jyoti Thakur, Pradyuman Thakur was a bright and curious young boy who loved learning about the world around him. He had a passion for music and art and spent hours playing piano and sketching. His talent in the arts were evident even at a young age, and his drawing teacher at Drawing International School encouraged him to pursue a career in the arts. Pradyuman's family adored him, and his father Bharun was especially close to him. Bharun would often play catch with Pradyuman, watching with pride as his son would catch the ball and throw it back to him. Pradyuman's smile and laughter were infectious, and he brought joy to everyone around him. Despite his young age, Pradyuman had a spark that hinted at a bright future, and his family and teachers were eager to see him grow and flourish. It was a typical morning at Royan International School in Gurugram, Haryana, India. Parents were dropping off their kids and students were chatting with friends. Pradyuman Thakur was excited to be in school that day. As the morning assembly came to a close, Pradyuman excused himself to use the washroom. Little did anyone know this would be the last time he would be seen alive and well. Moments later, an 11th grade student witnessed Pradyuman stumbling out of the washroom. His throat was severely injured and the older student swiftly informed the teachers. Chaos erupted as the news spread like wildfire. Teachers rushed to Pradyuman's aid, and in the midst of the commotion, Ashok Kumar, the school bus conductor, appeared on the scene. He helped transport Pradyuman to Artemis Hospital. Pradyuman's parents, Bharan Thakur and Jyoti Thakur, were devastated when they came to know about the incident, their hearts racing with fear. They rushed to the hospital. Upon arrival, they were met with the unbearable reality. Their son was fighting for his life. With their son's life hanging in the balance, Pradyuman's parents took swift action and alerted the police about the incident. The authorities sprang into action, launching an investigation into the tragic event. As the school community struggled to make sense of the unfolding tragedy, the police worked tirelessly to unravel the mystery. The sequence of the events were murky, but one thing was certain: Pradyuman's life had been brutally cut short. The investigation would reveal more about that fateful day, but for now, the school was left to grapple with the loss of a beloved student and the haunting question: what really happened in that washroom? The police investigation team, comprising of officers from the crime branch and the Sector 5 police station, began by questioning the school staff, students and witnesses. Initially, police focused on reviewing CCTV footage, which showed Pradyuman entering the washroom and then stumbling and crawling out of it. They also found a blood-stained knife in the washroom. Police detained and questioned 10 people, including Ashok Kumar, who at about 7:50 a.m. that day went to the washroom where the incident took place and had blood on his shirt. Ashok denied any involvement in the crime and said that the blood got to his shirt when he helped transfer Pradyuman to Artemis Hospital. The investigation team then recreated the crime scene and analyzed the evidence, including the blood-stained knife and the CCTV footage. As he was in the washroom before the incident and had blood on his shirt and the knife was reportedly from the bus's toolkit, investigators' instinct told them that Ashok Kumar was worth a closer look. They decided to dig deeper, starting with a thorough search of the bus and its toolkit. Police questioned Ashok Kumar further, and this time they confronted him with the evidence. Ashok's confidence began to crumble as the detectives pressed him about the knife and his whereabouts during the time of the murder. As the questioning intensified, Ashok's story began to unravel. He had been absent from the bus for a crucial 15 to 20 minutes around the time of the murder. The bus driver Saurabh Raghav revealed that Ashok had asked him to remove the toolkit from the bus that day. With each passing minute, police grew more convinced that Ashok Kumar was involved in Pradyuman's murder. murder. His bloodstained shirt and bloodstained knife he had allegedly taken from the bus's toolkit pointed to his guilt. Investigators kept pushing Ashok, hoping to crack his defenses, attempting to get a confession, which he eventually did, and admitted to attempting to sexually assault Pradyuman and killing him in a fit of rage when the boy resisted. This supposed confession to the crime seemed convincing, but some wondered if it was caused. Ashok was in police custody, but the evidence against him was largely circumstantial. The community was shocked and outraged by the heinous crime. Demands for accountability from the school administration grew louder. As the community demanded accountability, Pradyuman's parents Varun and Jyoti were left to grieve. They had entrusted their child to the school, expecting him to be safe. But now they were left with only questions. They too thought the investigation into their child's murder was being mishandled and that Ashok was being made a scapegoat. So they filed a petition with the Supreme Court asking for the investigation to be transferred to CBI. On September 15, 2017, the investigation was handed over to CBI. With fresh eyes investigating the case, it was soon announced that Ashok was innocent and he was granted bail by a Gurugram district court. It wasn't until February 2018 that he was officially cleared of all charges by a special court. Human rights organizations asked for compensation for the emotional and physical trauma Ashok Kumar had endured. The HRC ordered Haryana police to compensate Ashok, but he refused, saying he wanted to take legal action against the police officers who had wronged him. Saurabh Raghav said that he was forced into making the statement that Ashok had taken the knife from the bus's toolkit. Another school employee, Harpal Singh, said he didn't notice any blood on Ashok's shirt when they first arrived at the scene to help Pradyuman to hospital. Harpal Singh claimed that the police had also tried to force him into confessing to the crime. Ashok said that the confession police claimed he made in custody was coerced, as he was being tortured and starved. In January of 2021, 4 police officers from Gurugram police were charged with framing Ashok Kumar by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The charges included offences related to falsifying documents, torture and criminal conspiracy. Ashok was innocent and his innocence was proven, but the question of who murdered Pradyuman Thakur on the fateful day of September 8, 2017 still remained. The CBI, after their investigation, found a suspect, and the reason for why this person murdered Pradyuman is as sinister as the murder was brutal. On November 17, 2017, the CBI arrested a 16-year-old senior from Ryan International School in connection with Pradyuman's murder. The 11th grade student was the same one who had alerted the school about Pradyuman when he stumbled out of the washroom. He was arrested after the CBI team analyzed the CCTV footage, which showed him exiting the washroom around the time of the murder. The CBI seized his computer and phone for investigation and said his social media activities were being looked into. The boy was taken to a juvenile court in Gurugram, where in the presence of his father, welfare officers and independent witnesses, he confessed to Pradyuman Thakur's murder. He stated that he was struggling in school and feared his parents' reaction. Having failed to write a few of his exams, he was dreading an upcoming parent-teacher meeting. To delay the upcoming exams and the meeting, he murdered Pradyuman, knowing the resulting chaos would achieve his motive. While the choice of killing Pradyuman might have been random, the boy reportedly told the juvenile court that he knew Pradyuman from their shared music class. A panel to determine whether the boy should be tried as a juvenile or an adult was formed by the juvenile court. The parents of the boy alleged that their son was forced into making a confession by the CBI. As the panel pondered his status, a welfare officer was assigned to the boy and he was sent to a juvenile home. On December 20th, the Juvenile Justice Board declared that the boy would be treated as an adult and would stand trial as such, where punishments such as life imprisonment and death penalty would be considered. This decision was appealed against in Supreme Court, which is why his trial is yet to begin. The only recent update I could find was in 2022, where the boy was granted bail by the Supreme Court. In the aftermath of Pradyuman Thakur's brutal murder on the premises of Ryan International School, the institution faced intense scrutiny from the public. Parents and citizens alike demanded assurance that their children would be safe within the school's wall. In response to this outcry, the Haryana government took swift action. introducing groundbreaking policies to ensure the security and well-being of students. Mandatory background checks for school staff were put in place, and regular police inspections of the school became the norm. Moreover, the curriculum was expanded to include vital lessons on mental health issues and the problems that can stem from them. These bold measures marked a significant shift towards prioritizing the safety and welfare of students and served as a beacon of hope for a community shaken by tragedy. In 2018, film director Vishal Bhardwaj expressed his plan to make a movie on the case. There was a book titled The Mysterious Killer of Class 2 Student written by B.R. Shekhar, which has a similar plot. A Netflix documentary named Little Big Murder was set to release in 2021, but the school moved to the Delhi High Court, which barred the documentary from releasing. It was later released on Netflix Australia. That's all about the case of Pradyuman Thakur. I hope you liked the case study with me. If you do, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment if you have any suggestion, subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell so you're never gonna miss any of my future uploads. This is Safa, you are watching Crime Pod.